with the different immigration policies and laws Canada has introduced in the last 6 months or thereabout, it is now evident to me and obvious that securing the Canada student visa or the Canada visitor visa for this year and beyond is going to be more difficult than it was last year. Reason being that about a week ago or two, Canada also came out to let us know that they want to reduce the number of temporary residents in their country. And based on that announcement alone, I said in the video I made about a week ago that this is going to have a huge effect on the number of student visas and visitor visas they will be issuing to people to come to Canada. Because let's not forget, if they say they want to reduce the number of temporary residents in their country, visitor visa is a temporary visa. Student visa is a temporary resident visa as well. So they are going to start by reducing the number of these temporary resident visas they will be issuing to people. That is why getting any of those two visas this year and moving forward is going to be more challenging and a little bit more difficult than it was last year. Last year, there were people who used not so big proof of funds, but they were still lucky to get the Canada visitor visa. And now, based on this announcement, it is not going to be very easy. So in this very video, I am going to be telling you the things you need to take note of if you want to secure this visa, especially for those of you who want to apply for the student visas or the visitor visas, because it is no longer going to be business as usual. So now, what am I trying to say? Moving forward, you need to have a tactics which I see as a remedy to all of this. Because you are not going to approach this thing the old ways people were approaching it. Because before now, getting the visitor visa was a little bit easier than the way it is going to be now. So, how do we go about this? This is something I want to share with you in this video. If you are just seeing my face or coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Nusa Komedi, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nusa from the source. That is because I bring legit information directly from the source to you, undiluted. Right here, we don't sugarcoat anything. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do well to do so. Because right here, a lot is happening. We don't sugarcoat. We say things the way they are right here. And also, click the notification bell here on my channel so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video. And also give this video a big like so that YouTube can recommend this video to others who might be interested as well. So now, let's go to this video proper. For those of you that are applying for the Canada student visas, now is the time for you to be good in mathematics. What am I trying to say? Before now, let's say you have 40 million naira. I am from Nigeria, so I am using the local currency in Nigeria as a case study here. So you can check the foreign exchange rate of the Canadian dollar to your local currencies in your country, because I have people from many countries here who are my subscribers. So now, before now, or let me give you an example of what happened to a lady who reached out to me not too long ago. This lady had about 40-something million naira in her bank account. She got an admission to study in one of the Canadian schools. She was using a travel agent. So because the money was just 40-something million naira, they went ahead with the processing. And eventually she got denied the Canada student visa. So she reached out to me. So, and she said, even though she had about 40-something million naira in her account, the decision letter she received, she was told that they are refusing her that visa due to insufficient funds. In her mind, 40-something million, yes, that money is big if your tuition fee is small. Because don't forget, this was after they made the announcement that the cost of living expenses for a single student right there in Canada, international student, is going to be 20,635 Canadian dollars a year. Just imagine. And during that time, the dollar was over 1,000 naira. The Canadian dollar was over 1,000 naira. Now, let's say 20,600 and something Canadian dollars into naira. That is over 20 million naira. First, the school she wanted to attend, the tuition fee is 15,000 Canadian dollars. Let's say 15 million. 15 million plus 20, let's say 20 million, cost of living of 21 million. That is 36 million. Our flight ticket, let's say one way, 1 million. Let's assume 38 million. She wants to go with her husband. Flight ticket for her husband. Cost of living expenses for her husband. Then she also had 2 kids she was going there with. So how is 40-something million going to be enough for family of 4? But the travel agent, maybe the travel agent knew. Or maybe he didn't even know. Because there is no way you are going to call yourself a professional travel agent without calculating money that is needed there in Canada and convert it to the local currency to see if the money you have in that bank account will be enough. Because if the money is not enough, that is automatic denial. So now moving forward, you will now need to do that calculation yourself, not the travel agents. Because I have realized that many of these travel agents, they just need processing fee. Because once they process that visa for you, even though you don't get it, or even if you get denied, they will not refund their processing fee. Processing fee is what they used in processing that visa that was denied. Or processing the visa application, rather, that was denied. So you will bear the loss, not them. Travel agents, they have responsibilities too. They have wives, they have husbands, they have children in school. They have bills to pay. They want to pay for their office. They want to pay their staff. This money is coming from the money they collect from people like you. So if they desperately need this money, even if your approval fund is not enough, they will go ahead to process it for you. Even though they know that you are going to be denied, at least processing fee is their own first. So because it is like this, there is no way you will ask for a refund for visa processing fee. So because you cannot ask for refund, it is your right now to do your calculation yourself. If the money is not enough, please don't apply. If you apply, they will deny you. Yes, if you apply, they will deny you because they don't want to be stranded. Thousands of people right there in Canada are leaving school and seeking asylum. Many are losing it, some are getting it. So they want to reduce anything like that. So once they do the calculation and realize that your money is not enough, automatic denial. So calculate everything you needed. Convert it to your local currency in your bank account. If it's not enough, please don't apply. Don't. Now, that is for student visa. For those of you that are applying for visitor visa, stop saying in your visa application that you are going to Canada to spend 3 months. Not too long ago, somebody said he was denied visa. I said, what was the reason giving your decision letter? He said he was told that he had insufficient funds in his account. How much was this guy having in his account? 8 million naira. A lot of people have been able to secure Canada visa with just 6 million in their bank account. That was last year though. Now, why is 8 million small? Because this guy stated he was coming there for vacation to spend 2 months. Now, see where the guy shot himself by himself. Let's say you want to go and spend 60 days in Canada with a visitor visa. Let's say you get a cheap hotel accommodation for $100 a night. We mean $100 Canadian dollars. Now, you want to spend 60 days. 60 days times $100 a night. Is that not $6,000? You are using bank statement of 8 million. Converting that to your local currency is almost 6 million. For a hotel. Where's the flight money for to and fro? Where's your feeding money? Where's your transportation fee? So if you are going there, let's say you have 10 million in your bank account, you can apply for a Canada visitor visa, telling them you are coming there to spend 10 days. I have given these tips to many people and they got their visas. There was somebody last year whom I told, I said, that person had about 8 point something million in his bank account. I said, just tell them you are coming there to spend 10 days. And he was really going there just for vacation. 10 days was what he put in his application and he got it. And there was somebody close to him who had about 10 million in their bank account. But that person said he was coming to Canada to spend 2 months and it was denied. Because the longer you have indicated in your visa application that you want to stay, the bigger the proof of funds they want from you. So now, please reduce the time you will spend there. 10 days is okay. Maximum 2 weeks. So that you don't need all the money in the world to apply for a visa. And also, for those of you that are applying for visitor visa, Canada visitor visa, and Canada student visa, make sure now you start establishing your own ties, your ties to your country, to prove that you will come back. Now, moving forward, any small error, denied. Because they have even told you that they want to reduce the number of temporary residents in their country. And by so doing, the reduction is going to start from the number of temporary resident visas they are giving, like the visitor visa and the student visa. So any small error, your money is gone. And also, for those of you that are applying to go and study in Canada, now, don't forget, I said it in my last video, many schools now there in Canada are saying you must make a non-refundable tuition deposit. So no, now, it is more risky as studying there. That is to say, if you make $2,000 non-refundable tuition deposit, if you don't get visa, your money is gone. Maybe manageably, you can defer the admission to the next admission cycle. I'm just saying, so be careful. If you are using travel agent, follow that travel agent bumper to bumper. Establish ties to your country. Family ties, very, very important. If you have businesses, state it. So, the same thing goes for those of you applying for visitor visa. It will not many this year, trust me. I just have to say the way it is. Because they want to reduce it. So, one small error. There were people who applied last year, even though their proof of funds wasn't that big, but at least they were good in other areas they applied for. They established their own ties, everything was okay. So they just like gave them visas. It is not going to be like that this year. So before you apply for that visa or use a travel agent, have it in your head. The announcement of reducing temporary residence in Canada is going to start from the visitor visas and the student visas. They already said they are issuing not more than 364 study permits this year. And last year, they issued almost 500,000. So they are reducing it. So these are the things you should do, guys. So it was nice being here. So let me know in the comment section what you want me to make a video on next. And I will see you in my next video.